If you're looking for a sunny summer getaway, you should be careful what you wish for. While we all love to relax by the pool in the sweltering summer sun, some places are a little too hot to handle. With the United States covering a vast continental expanse, the nation boasts a vast array of climates, from tropical coasts to dry, and deserts and subtropical climates. The heat in these cities can become so extreme, it even threatens people's lives and livelihood. So, if you prefer cooler climes, these are the top cities to avoid. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button to help us out. Now, here are 10 of the hottest cities in America. Number 10. Orlando, Florida. Kicking off our list is one of Florida's hottest tourist destinations. A record-breaking 72 million people visited the city in 2017. That's a jaw-dropping 29 times the resident population. But while tourists flock to the beautiful beaches and the local Disneyland resorts, temperatures are on the rise. Unlike other entries on the list, Orlando doesn't break U.S. temperature records. What sets it apart is the constant year-round heat. Temperatures do occasionally top 100 degrees, with an all-time high of 103 degrees Fahrenheit, however. But even in the depths of winter, temperatures routinely rank in the 70s, and overnight lows rarely drop below 30, so the winters are quite mild. To make matters worse, the city experiences significant humidity all year round. While on the other hand, that acts as a buffer, preventing temperatures exceeding 100 degrees, it also creates an oppressive experience for the city's poor residents and the tourists who unwittingly stumble into the muggy Orlando streets. As soon as you exit the Orlando airport, you'll quickly be overtaken by the humidity. Together, these make Orlando one of America's hottest cities, even if it's not hot enough to put us off visiting the amazing attractions. Number 9. Fresno, California. The great city of Fresno boasts a Mediterranean climate, with mild, wet winters and long, dry summers. But don't be fooled. Despite the soggy winter months, Fresno can reach scorching temperatures for weeks on end. In 2018, the city suffered under 30 consecutive days of temperature at or above 100 degrees, the longest stint in the city's history. That's not even close to the record, however. Record-breaking temperatures were set on July 8, 1905, when the city reported a roasting 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Indeed, despite the Mediterranean climate, the seasonal precipitation pattern classifies the area as a semi-desert. That should come as no surprise, as Fresno is located in the hottest region of California's Central Valley. For this reason, the city was chosen by the Environmental Protection Agency as a representative of the warm, dry western climate. Still, even as the summer sun swelters, there's always the refuge of the town's ash trees along the San Joaquin River, from which the city draws its name. Number 8. Miami, Florida. Known as the gateway to the Americas, Miami is the southernmost city of the contiguous 48 states. That means being closer to the equator, it's not surprising it makes an appearance on our list. Despite the sweltering heat, Miami's white sand beaches and sunny weather still attracts travelers all year round. The Miami climate is classified as tropical monsoon, reflecting the swings between sweltering days and torrential downpours. With its position just above the Tropic of Cancer and proximity to the Gulf Stream, the city is a hotspot for climate phenomena. Nevertheless, with rich humid air, surprisingly, the city avoids reaching the hottest temperatures. Indeed, the city's peak all-time temperature is 100 degrees Fahrenheit, recorded on July 21, 1942. Even overnight, the temperatures rarely dip below 60 throughout June and September. But if you're planning to visit in the winter months, don't think you've escaped the heat. Afternoon winter temperature routinely hits the 70s, with a record high temperature in January of 88. Either way, no matter the time of year, Miami is still a fantastic city to visit. Just remember to say thanks to whoever invented air conditioning. Number 7. Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas is known as the capital of the Sun Belt for a reason. The bustling Texas metropolis has a sweltering humid subtropical climate, primarily caused by its location next to the Gulf of Mexico. That means the city routinely reports temperatures over 99 degrees Fahrenheit, an average of 4.6 days per year. Yet that doesn't reflect the true feel of Houston's climate, nor why it ranks so high in our list. It's the city's characteristic humidity that can make the climate so oppressive. So even when the mercury doesn't hit 99, it feels well over 100 degrees and very humid. Little wonder around 90% of Houston homes and businesses feature air conditioning systems. You'd struggle to cope without them. Interestingly, temperatures tend to peak later in the year, around August and September. That's when the city's hottest peak temperature was recorded, a boiling 109 degrees at Bush Intercontinental Airport, first on September 4, 2000, then again on August 27, 2011. Despite the tropical climate, Houston's winters are largely mild, with the city reporting freezing temperatures from December to February, meaning a year living in Houston is always a strange tale of two climates. Number 6. San Antonio, Texas. Home to more than 1.5 million people, San Antonio is the second biggest city in Texas, situated near the Gulf of Mexico. The humid subtropical climate means that while winters are mild and cool, summer is long, hot, and humid, a truly sweat-inducing combination. Long stretches of the summer are spent in the sweltering 90s. Indeed, the city reports an average of 110 days of the year above 90 degrees, with several days topping 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Like nearby Houston, temperatures tend to peak later in the year. August is the warmest month with an average high of 95 degrees. Although the all-time peak temperature was recorded in a scorching hot September in 2000, when the mercury topped out at 111 degrees. That doesn't stop the winters being somewhat frigid, with around a dozen sub-freezing nights per year. Yet some winters in the past have been substantially warmer. January's peak temperature, for example, is a respectable 89 degrees. So locals on Christmas Day never know whether to put on their coats or their shorts. We're now halfway through our video of exploring the hottest cities in the world. If you're still with us, comment hottest cities below. We have lots of scorching cities coming up next you don't want to miss. Number 5. Riverside, California. While California recorded the hottest temperature in the US at the aptly named Death Valley, the state is typically slightly cooler. That's thanks to the cooling waters of the Pacific Ocean, which help limit any sweltering excesses. Yet head a little inland and you'll soon notice the difference in temperature. In Riverside, located in the far south of the state, temperatures top 100 degrees for over 20 days of the year. That's nothing, however. Both June and July hold a peak temperature of 118 degrees, recorded in 1917, 1925, and 2018. Even September's peak temperature is a skin-prickling 117 degrees. Surprisingly, this is higher than the Las Vegas all-time record and only a few degrees short of Phoenix, Texas. Nor does the city see much precipitation. On average, Riverside receives a measly 9.39 inches annually, mostly over 35 days, scattered between November and April, leaving droughts and dry conditions year-round. Thankfully, the city's downtown has plenty of shaded plazas and leafy trees, under which to spend a sizzling afternoon. Just don't forget to put on a healthy layer of sunblock to avoid a bad sunburn. Number 4. Del Rio, Texas. The county seat of Valverde, this little-known city is situated on the Mexican border, 152 miles west of San Antonio. While its population is roughly 35,000 people, it's the climate that's most noteworthy. Here, the mercury has risen as high as 112 degrees Fahrenheit and regularly tops over 90 degrees. Unlike its coastal neighbors, which enjoy a brief frosty respite in the winter months, Del Rio stays warm year-round. Indeed, its hot, semi-arid climate never rests up for its residents. While the Rio Grande River flows nearby, giving the city its name, the main water source is the San Felipe Springs. Otherwise, the region sees little precipitation, creating a regional flora of cactuses, grama grasses, and acacias, all suited to the semi-desert climate. The city actually sits on the boundary of the Tamaulipan Mezquital, also known as South Texas Brush Country, a desert and shrubland that crosses the Mexican-American border. This is a harsh terrain with little human habitation. Nevertheless, despite the arduous conditions, nearby pictographs can be seen in the caves, suggesting humans have lived in the region for over 4,000 years. Number 3. Tucson, Arizona. Coming in at number 3 is the second largest city in Arizona, which sits on the edge of the Sonoran Desert. The city is a wonder of modern ingenuity, as the city boasts a year-round hot desert climate. Here, the winters are mild, and the summers are hot. Temperatures tend to peak early in the summer months, reaching an all-time high on June 27, 1990, when thermometers read 117 degrees Fahrenheit. If that wasn't bad enough, in 2013, the temperature topped over 100 degrees for 39 consecutive days, including the entirety of June. And on average, you can expect 158 days annually over 90 degrees. The only respite a local Tucsonan can expect is when the torrential monsoon rains hit in mid-June. Yet that only serves to raise the humidity, creating a muggy, stifling climate through the month. Despite the monsoon rains, the region sees only 10.61 inches of rain, with little precipitation even in winter. So if you're not a fan of the scorching heat, the desert city of Tucson probably isn't for you. Number 2. Las Vegas, Nevada. Surprising nobody, in second place is the gambling mecca itself. Here, the subtropical hot desert climate bakes the city in year-round heat. Peak temperatures run from June to September, though the all-time official record was recorded in both June and July at a scorching 117 degrees. There's an unofficial record within the city of 118. However, on July 26, 1931, on average 137 days of the year are spent over 90 degrees, of which 78 top over 100 degrees. And 10 days reach 110 degrees. Nor does the scarce rainfall keep up with the city's rampant water consumption. Receiving as little as 4.2 inches per year, Las Vegas must bring in water from Lake Mead through an extensive network of pipes. Even so, the city is fast running out of water, potentially limiting growth in the region. If you're planning a trip to Las Vegas or nearby Red Rock Canyon, expect to encounter extreme heat. So remember to pack plenty of water and an extra supply of sunblock. You're nearly at the end of our video. We're on a mission to explore all of Earth's amazing destinations. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. That way, you'll always be notified of our latest videos. Up next is the #1 spot. Number 1. Phoenix, Arizona. Finally, the hottest city in the US is the capital of Arizona. Phoenix is home to over 1.6 million people who routinely experience some of the hottest temperatures the country has to offer. During the winter months, the temperatures reach a comfortable average of around 60 degrees. However, when summer comes around, the climate starts to turn up the thermostat. In fact, the region is one of the world's sunniest, with a sunshine duration comparable to the Sahara Desert. That equates to an average of 11 days, above 100 degrees, and 21 days topping over 110. The all-time record was set on a scorching June 26, 1990, when temperatures reached an eye-watering 122 degrees. While the winters are milder, the region seldom sees frost. The longest period recorded without frost lasted nearly 8 years. Meanwhile, snow has only occurred 8 times since records began. Still, 1.6 people managed to handle the heat. Do you think you could too? You've come to the end of our video. Thanks for watching. Want to suggest a video or have something to say? Let us know by dropping a palm tree emoji in the comment section below. Check out our cities playlist for more videos like this one.